My name is Mark Flash. I've been in the music most of my life. My father was a musician. I learned through him throughout the years, playing music, learning how to get my feelings out, through music. I met Mike Banks years later. He taught me how to take what I was putting out, how I was feeling, and to digitize it to make it to this new style of music, to get it from my mind out onto the keyboards or to whatever what I was playing, or to any genre of music I was trying to get out, to try to get the music out of me, which is not as easy as it sounds. It sounds easy, like, oh, it's when I'm just going to play it, but it's not, because your music is going to wind up sounding like what you hear. Everything you hear, you're trying to make something like what you've heard. It's much harder to get what you feel out onto like an artist. You can't just paint. You have to. It takes years. And that's how I met Mike Banks at Cornelius, at the Underground Resistance, and I've been with them for about 25 years now. 25, maybe 30 years, and I'm telling you my age, but yeah. So it's been a minute, but yeah, they're like family to me. Musical family.
Can you remember slavery days very well?
Of course, I remember all our white folks, and all the names of them, all the children. Called every one of the children's names.
Who did you belong to?
Jim Button, the baby boy.
The idea behind this is mostly to let people know that music, all the music that we do, and in our culture, it comes from struggle, not so much as cerebral. Most of the music that we do, it comes from like R&B, hip hop, and techno. Most of it comes from the inner cities, from the struggle, and this represents the struggle that our ancestors went through. That some of it still continues to this day.
What the roses say, what the roses say. I could been at home, I could been at home. And the roses say.
Like the drum codes and things like that from back in the days. What they would play the drums and they would signal and codes and everything like that. Also with the if you see the quilts they would use, the quilts they had like directions. They would use maps and use it to, that's how they would talk. You would talk through music. The same thing, kind of like hip hop. Hip hop has a language that's, like people will call it ebonics or whatever they would call it. But you would have the same type of thing happening there. We would use a language that we grew up with, that's in our culture, to speak to each other. In Detroit, like, yeah, what up, though? Things like this. We'd say, what up, though? That just means that, what's going on? How you doing today? But we have our own words, our own codes that we use. That's what basically this, it represents. It represents the struggle of music, how it came so far, since back then to now, to this generation now. The struggle still continues.
That's what we need. Hey, our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be.
I would say artists, painters, use an empty canvas. Musicians, like myself, we use silence. That's how we create our genre of music. So the pain comes out. When I need an empty canvas to get through and to put my pain out on this music, to get it out the same way an artist does. An artist puts his pain or his struggles, whatever, through an empty canvas. He can write it down and explain, how he feels without no other interruption. So basically, that's what this piece is like about, my version of it.